Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the #1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense getting set for first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on the first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to impose their will with the run. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to test the right side with this one. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quarterback adapting. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able...
Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy... get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Got his man on the right. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man. You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Aurora. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
On the option. Now the pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed...
Oh, they block it. He's got a chance to take this one back. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
TCU 7, Middle Tennessee 6.
First down to start the drive after the break. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Yoder. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, 4th down.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Right on target this time. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Here's the handoff. Shakes off the tackler.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The RPO fired complete to the left. Stopped after making the catch.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to get him on the ground. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. They'll try to run for it. Still running at the 40. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. The give on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's going to take off. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
You know they're feeling good about this drive. They picked up a couple of first downs. Now they've got it at the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. DB's right up on the receivers. On second down, he's looking downfield. Using the quick game. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away from the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David? He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes his connection. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's got it on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football, and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. The defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
Man, what an unbelievable stop by this defense. 4th down and goal. You gave up some yards. You stuck with it. You knew the QB was going to have the football in his hands. You didn't let him get to the goal line. The big 4th down stop.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. FIU was able to cap off a close one inside Silva Stadium with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel
all kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Yoder. Got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
TCU 21, Middle Tennessee 16.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the outside. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the first down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
Comes out throwing on first down. Dances away to buy time. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Second down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Raymond. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He'll throw it. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Tennessee. They move on top here in the 4th.
Middle Tennessee.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The crowd is going to tell you the result of this when they are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. The give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Working that left side now. Open runway ahead.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. The run from the shotgun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. That last field goal put them on top, and now this kickoff unit needs to cover well because it only takes 3 to beat you now. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us